Good afternoon. I was just doing just creating a little video because I don't know if y'all could tell on YouTube, but do you see that tint on my lips? I'm gonna just share it with y'all because I'm here and I just put it on. But this lip liner stain, I got this off a TikTok shop. If you're on TikTok and you're into doing your lips and stuff, check my showcase. This is the mauve number 2. This shit is amazing. Right? All I gotta do is put on my lip gloss and boom. Hi, Millie. Hi, Millie. What's good, girlie? It's been a little minute since I've been on YouTube Live, so I'm excited to be with you today. We're going to talk all things personal branding. So many things I've learned just in the past couple of weeks. About to hit 20K on TikTok. I think I might buy myself a little cake, okay? Or at least some air. You know, the balloons everybody does? I might get me some of those because it is pretty freaking amazing. To be at the level of growth that we have in such a short period of time. So, with that being said, welcome. If this is your first time here, say hello in the chat. The number one thing that I always ask and want to know about you, what is your human design type and profile number? Drop that in the chat. That's like your permission into the club, okay? What is your human design type and profile number? We're going to have a really juicy conversation today. I'm excited. And I think when I bring the excitement, the conversation is always really, really good. But we had a really awesome live this morning on TikTok where we talked a little bit about the mindset behind posting and posting consistently and showing up and producing the content. And then I also shared just a little bit also about, some of the ways that I'm learning that you can be monetized on TikTok. Obviously, there's so much more for me to learn, but out of that, I really wanted to, my intention with that was more so to get you present too. It's not just about posting, it really is about showing up. I wonder. I'm wondering. So, one second. I'm just looking at something because I'm a little confused as to why I'm seeing more people participating, but I'm only seeing comments from Millie. I see Janae. Okay, awesome. Hi, Janae. All right. I don't know if I haven't been on YouTube live in a couple weeks, so things may have changed, and I just want to. Okay. All right. So now I'm seeing a few more people. Okay. Awesome. All right. So again, the request is hi, Reclaim Her. Drop in the chat your human design profile and your profile number. Okay. That's your permission to be in the club. I want to just make sure that I am seeing everything that I need to be seeing. Okay. All right. Fabulous. Okay. Welcome. So I may have some girls here from TikTok. Welcome to the YouTube family. We begin to popping over here. We will be here for about, I'm going to say hour and a half. Okay. An hour and a half. We're going to stop at an hour and a half because your girl got to be, she got to be selective with her time. So a little update, a little announcement, actually. I'm going to do YouTube lives twice a month. That's my commitment, twice a month, okay? Because these do take a little bit more energy than, a TikTok. But just so you know, twice a month. So every other week. So this week we're here, next week we're not, the week after that we are, okay? Fabulous? Awesome. All right. So if you didn't drop it in the chat yet, your profile number and your human design type in the chat. Okay, boom. So first things first, I want to update from you because I haven't spoken with you in a long time, in my opinion. Okay. And so I just want you to drop in the chat. What is it that you want to celebrate about yourself, for yourself? What have you been up to? And we're going to keep this to getting paid to exist. Okay. So that could be a new mindset. That could be new actions you've taken. That could be a new account that you've opened up. Whatever it is that you want to share and you want to be celebrated for, I want you to put that in the chat so we can do a little celebration before we get into the actual conversation today. Okay. So put that in the chat first. Something that's on my mind, which is so funny, right? Because I'm gonna read all the comments in a second. Something is so funny, and I want to start off with this because it's top of mind. There is a young lady that I follow on TikTok, and she does day trading, and she's pretty young. She's 22, and I want to say she's a millionaire. I think. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. But she has made a lot of money on day trading, right? And I follow her, and she just made a TikTok talking about how she's only ever eaten 3 fruits in her entire lifetime. And my mind is literally like, how have you only ever had 3 fruits in your entire? I think she said apple, pear, and watermelon, right? So she's doing a video, and she's literally like trying out different fruits. And she's like, oh, I've never had this, I've never had that. She never had blueberries, she's never had strawberries, like regular things that I think is regular, right? And as I'm watching this, my jaw was literally on the floor because I'm like, the light bulb moment for me was, how often do we become enamored with other people and their lives only to recognize ain't nothing different over there. They're regular ass people just like you. How often does that happen? Whether it's a celebrity, whether it's an influencer you like to follow, whether it's just some personality that you like, how often does something come up and you're just like, oh, this person is regular as fuck? I think that's an important thing to keep in your mind today, because you are a person that is regular, and there's so much dope shit that you could be sharing about yourself with the world. Okay. I'm watching this girl's video, and I think she's Jamaican. And I'm like, how have you only had 3 fruits in your entire? I had 3 fruits this morning. I ate 3 fruits today, and she's only ever had 3 fruits in her entire life. And I'm about to go home in a couple weeks. The amount of fruits that I'm about to eat out of my mother's garden alone, mind blowing, mind blowing, mind blowing. And so I'm sharing this for a very particular reason, because I want you to get present to what a personal brand actually is. Okay. It's not something that you are building. It's not something that you are faking. It's not something that you need to go get a degree for. It's you simply sharing you. Okay. Because who you are, the life that you live, the life that you are living, the goals that you have, the dreams that you have, the things that you value, they are powerful. Okay. They open something up for other people. They create possibility. They show a way forward. And the world cannot exist without you. That's all I want to start this off by saying. Because seeing that regular ass video, I'm literally like, I could have a whole page just about fruit. There's actually a guy that literally eats on TikTok, and all he's eating is fruits, like various fruits. And I'm like, yo, this shit is so basic, and we overcomplicate it so much. And the only reason we overcomplicate is because we are attempting to compare ourselves to other people. And we're thinking, oh, something special about them. That's why they got on. That's why their page is popping. It's about them. There's something unique over there. Mother, that's bullshit. And we're going to demystify that bullshit today, because I'm going to let y'all know this. Once you are in my energy, more than likely, you're going to quit your job, get fired from your job. Some crazy shit is going to happen in your life. It's not really crazy, but something is going to happen in your life, and you're going to be like, what the fuck? And the reason it's happening since you've met me is because I am a safe space. You're going to have everything you need in terms of mindset and tools in order to build forward, to create the life of your dreams. So don't be frantic. Don't get scared. Okay? Don't get scared. You're going to be okay. There's nothing serious happening here. More importantly, you're going to feel very empowered to share your life, because it's very important that you do so. Okay? It's very important that you do so. So we're going to check in with some of the comments, and then we're going to get a little deeper into the conversation. Millie's in the house, 6'2", emotional, fair motivation projector. Hi, Millie. Janae said, you are killing it. So cool to witness this projector success. Janae is in confident and paid. So you get to see it close up and far away. You get all the aspects of it. So yes. Reclaim Her says, hi, beautiful. Janae is a 5'1" emo projector, need motivation. Andy, the type A chill wanderer, is a 4'6" sacral generator. Hi, Andy. We have, who else do we have in the house? Reclaim Her is is that correct? 6-1 is not correct. I want you to check in, reclaim her. What is your profile number? Amanda's a 1-3 generator. Just being here is a celebration. Fabulous. Millie, I got fired from my job yesterday, but I've been consistent with my content creation and crypto that I'm going to practice what I preach and believe. Yes. First of all, Millie, you're a projector. So this is your time to shine. Okay? This is your time to shine. Literally yesterday I posted something I think what did it? I think I posted something about manifestors and what to do as a manifestor to grow on TikTok. And everyone's like, what about projectors? What about projectors? Projectors. You're not going to copy what I'm doing, but you're going to emulate what I'm doing, because projectors, all you got to do is show your most prosperous life. And what that looks like is, what are you doing to live your life? And show us the receipts. That's all you got to do. Projectors, you cannot be humble. Okay, you got to be Miss Braggy Braggy. If you are a projector, learn how to brag. Embrace the brag, okay? Select the one thing that you are putting all of your time and attention into and brag about it. Okay? Brag about it. Okay. First of all, second of all, Millie, I'm just going to say congratulations on your freedom. That's all I want to say. Congratulations on your freedom. Janae says, I want to celebrate a new mindset around showing up on camera and what I feel could contribute to unblock feeling like I have nothing to say while maintaining authenticity and vulnerability. I'm getting closer to being on camera soon. Yes, 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 yes. I'm going to say this not only for Janae, but to everybody. Just record, okay? Just record. It is that simple. Turn the camera on. It is that simple. The longer you stay in your head, the longer you look for things to say that you are not ready. Okay? The longer you stay in your head, the longer you look for things to say, I'm not ready yet. The sooner you get into action, the sooner you are validated, the sooner you feel even more confident, you feel more grounded. Like, so many things happen when you post the content. So many things. And the word soon is future. We don't live in the future. We live in the now. Okay. Magenta, welcome, welcome, welcome. 1-3 Manny Jen. Love this. Love this, love this, love this. Also, maybe I'm just having I didn't even know. Maybe this is new for me. So I want to acknowledge, reclaim her 6-1. Why am I blanking out? I didn't even know the 6-1 profile was a thing, but okay, we're gonna learn. We're learning something new together. Learning something new together. Anyways, fabulous. All right, cool. So we've done with the celebrations. Let's move into, I really want to touch on personal branding today, and not in the essence of a business, but more in the essence of your foundation to all business opportunities. Okay. More in the essence of calling in your people, more in the essence of revealing your truth, more in the essence of all of the things that you've been told that you are too much of. Understanding that everything that you are too much of is exactly what you need from you. And I know a lot of the times we talk about, doing things in order to make somebody else's life better. But I really want this conversation around personal branding to be about making your life better, and to be about increasing your self-confidence, and to be about you standing 10 toes down on you. Okay. And so when we think about personal branding, the way it has been marketed, at least in the past couple years, is all about you creating this, I want to say, like, this figure, right? This persona that you then put online. And I think that, at least in my experience, when you look at it in that way, it becomes this thing that you have to go learn about and perfect around, and, have it be tied to the T and all the I's dotted before you can put it out there. And I'm going to be the first one to acknowledge that when you approach something like that, immediately it comes with so much, man, it comes with so much energy. It comes with so much, am I perfect? Am I ready? Is this the right time? Am I talking to the right people? Do I have the right niche? Are any of these questions resonating with you? Am I saying the right thing? Am I posting at the right time? Are any of these questions resonating with you? And which one do you resonate with most? Because one of these is the reason why you are still thinking about posting, why you are still talking about posting soon. Okay? I want you to put it in the chat. Which one is on your mind most? Okay? Whatever it is when it comes to personal branding, when it comes to posting, what is the thing that immediately goes off in your head the moment that you say, okay, I'm going to do it now? Okay? What is the thing? Hi, Amira. What is the thing that, oh my God, Amira, as in I am in DNA, the DNA and dollars of your voice, Amira? Welcome, love. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What is the first question that comes to your mind? Yes, girl. So happy to have you here. So, what is the first question that comes to your mind when you think of posting content? That's what I want you to drop in the chat. Okay. What is the first question that comes to your mind when you think of posting content? Whether it's about yourself or whether it's about the audience or whether it's about the platform, I want you to drop that in the chat because that is going to give me at least a little more basis on exactly what we're going to dive deeper into today. But I want you to get present to the way that thought, that question, whatever it is that comes to your mind is blocking you. Okay. So today we're going to move all of that out of the way. So drop that in the chat for me now. What is that one question, that one thought that comes to your mind every time you think of, okay, yeah, I'm going to post the content? What is in the way? All right. Aw. I asked the universe for clarity on how I can get paid to exist and was brought into your safe space. You're in the right place, my love. So reclaim her, how to magnetize my audience. Okay, great question. Great question. So this is a wonderful place to start. And I think it aligns with, what we're here to talk about today, right? How to magnetize my audience. I want to take all of the discomfort, all of the uneasiness out of that, because the easiest way to magnetize your audience is being yourself. Okay. And I don't mean the self that you have come to build to have people accept you. I'm talking about the self that when you were 2 years old, like your parents were like, damn, you could talk a lot. Oh my God, you're getting into everything. Why are you so curious? Why are you always dressed in all of these different colors? That self. Okay? Because that is the self that your people need to see. That is the self that feels most authentic to you. When I'm with my daughter, yesterday we went to have lunch. We went to Cava, and the young lady that was cashing us out, she was like, "How old is she?" And I was like, she's almost 2, but it feels like she's 20. And she's like, "What do you mean by that?" I was like, "Because she's clear on what she wants to wear, what she likes." I don't even remember when I was 2, but I took her to the Gap the other day and I was like, "What do you want?" And she picked out her own stuff, picked out her own clothes. Okay. At the age of 2, she's not even 2 yet. When it comes to food, she's very clear about what she wants to eat. She is exactly clear on what toys she wants at the age of 2. Okay. And then when we are on the phone with like my parents, they're always like, "Oh, she's so chatty today." And I'm like, "Today? She's always chatty. That is her." And so I do my darnest to never ever say, "Oh my God, you're doing too much," or "calm down," or I let her be. Because just as she is exactly what is going to have her live a beautiful life, is going to have her thrive, is going to have her call in everything that is for her. And so when we ask the question, how to magnetize my audience, there is no cookie cutter way to magnetize your audience, but there is an authentic, natural, built-in way. And that is simply being yourself. I don't know if you've ever heard this story before. I've shared it here, but maybe you're new. I literally have a report card in my house in the Virgin Islands. When I go down there, I'll take a picture of it that says, "Please ask Sarah to talk less. She talks too much. She thinks she knows everything." Okay, that was what the principal wrote in my report card. So I was too chatty. I thought I knew everything. Like all of these little idioms about me are exactly what make me powerful today. When I met my man, we used to be on the phone for 8, 9, 10 hours, sometimes 12 hours at a time. I don't know how did we even do that? I guess things have changed. We have a child now. But how did we even, too chatty? Okay. Too bougie. I've heard that so many times. But that's exactly what I am a 4/6 profile. I am the role model. You want to see someone that is living a beautiful life. So how can I be too bougie, too chatty, too bougie, too big? I'm literally meant to come and take up all of my space. All of my space. And I'm going to take it up unapologetically. Whether that's physically, like meeting my man and literally moving in not too long after, or it's online where my account has grown from 1,100 followers to literally 20,000. It's going to be 20,000 probably in a couple of days, right? Again, taking up my space fully. So again, I'm sharing all of this with you because when it comes to magnetizing your people, I want you to understand that you have to be you in order to attract what is for you. I'm going to say that again. You have to be you in order to attract what is for you. As a spiritual girly myself, I have been one of the girls walking around. I still say it to this day. What is for you is for you. You can't miss what is for you. What is for you can't go to somebody else. But the part that they did not add that I'm going to add on that, you have to be you in order to have what is for you. It's not going to go to nobody else. What is for you is for you. But if you are not being you, you can't experience it. And I think that is that's a very key component to that sentiment. Because there's a lot of people out here, and hopefully this is not you, but if it is you, this is what you need to hear. You're out here talking about what's for you is for you, but you're afraid to be you. You are afraid to be you. You think there is something wrong with you. You think you need to dim your light. You think you need to fit into some box. And if you are not being you to the fullest extent, this is why I love astrology and human design. If you are not being you to the fullest extent, how can what is for you recognize you? Back to the story I was saying in the beginning about the young lady who's only ever had 3 fruits. When I think about my man, he's an American to the bone. He hasn't lived abroad. I think he did 1 tour because he is in the military. He did 1 tour. Other than that, he is not Mr. Travel all over the place. And so I really think about how amazing it is for him to be with me, Miss Well-Traveled, Miss that will try anything and eat anything at least once, Miss that has done probably a whole lot of things that you wish you did at least once. And if I was in my head like, oh, well, I'm not dark skinned. He likes dark skinned women. He had a type before he met me. Nigga, you don't got no type. You're mine. Anyways, let me not go on that tangent. The point is this: who you be is exactly what your people need. Who you be authentically is exactly what you need. And when it comes to taking up space online, you don't have to be cookie cutter. You don't have to say things in a certain way. What you need to do is tap into your human design and your astrology so you can have on paper, because we are overthinkers. This is something I say about my people all the time. You overthink, you're resourceful as fuck, and you're creative as fuck. I know this about you because you are my people. You're creative, you're resourceful, and you overthink like a motherfucker. So it's very important for you to see something on paper, and something about seeing it on paper gives you this like, okay. Because that's exactly how I felt when I learned about human design. Okay? I'm reading up on human design. I'm like, oh shit, wow. Like there was this calm that came over me that was like, now I understand why I prefer to take naps. And now I understand why I don't like to work. And now I understand why I talk so much and I have this innate wisdom. I've been living my life. So none of it that I read was like, oh, this is brand new to me. But it gave me this understanding of, oh, this is my purpose in the world. This is the space that I'm meant to take up. And then from there, it was like, I don't care what anybody got to say. Before I would be defending myself. Then I learned I have an undefined heart. There's nothing to defend. So now I just be dropping bars and moving on. You will deal with it. That's between you and you. In my younger years, before I learned human design, I would be trying to prove shit, go back and forth, prove why I'm the smarter person. None of that is necessary. Why? Because I read up on me. I studied me. I came to this grounding of I am exactly who I need to be. And so this is why you will never hear me tell you exactly what to post, how to post. I would never do that. because I understand that there is a unique genetic makeup that you are experiencing over there in your body. And when you dive deeper into that, utilizing, in my opinion, astrology is the map, right? That's the map to everything that you want in your life. How you're going to actually experience the things that you want in your life, human design. Okay? Because your human design is what you use to regulate your human body. And if you're not regulated, you literally cannot have anything you want. So you can have a clear ass map. This is like, I'm gonna give an example. The instructions you put in the GPS, you want to go to, let's say you live in Brooklyn, you want to go to the city, right? And the GPS is like, take this bridge. And now you're driving and the bridge got a whole bunch of traffic. People are trying to cut you off and you cursing them out. Now you're on a back street you're not supposed to be on. The only reason that's happening is because you have an unregulated nervous system. Now the GPS then said rerouting, you're going to get there an hour late. And you're like, fuck, I left my house on time. Why do all these stupid people on the road, no one I can't get? No, it's not their fault. It's not their fault. If you were regulated, you would be like, go ahead, girl, cut me off. I hope you get where you're going safely. But when you are unregulated, now you want to curse them out. Now you want to chase them. Now you done missed your exit. Now you're on the wrong street. Now you got to reroute. Now you're in a whole bunch more traffic. This is what is happening in your life. The map is clear, but because you are not regulated, getting to where you want to get to feels like it's full of mines, full of speed bumps, full of detours. It doesn't need to feel that way. It does not need to feel that way. And so a big piece of I opened this water, did not take it. Why does this always happen? A big piece of personal branding is being grounded in you. It's not about, oh, what did you post today and what did it look like? That's outcomes of you being in alignment. The things that we see are outcomes of your personal branding, AKA your self-knowing. Okay? Your self-knowing. And I think this is so important because this is the foundation to all of the questions that you have. How do I magnetize my people? What do I post? When do I post? All of this. Let me just share with you, for me, right? When it comes to how do I magnetize, literally, when I think about how fast I speak, but then the energy that I have, like you realize my mouth be like, but my whole demeanor is just like, chill. Gate 52.4. I'm literally the gate of stillness. Any friend from boarding school to college, they would come to my apartment. You sit on my big red couch. That's the couch I had in Brooklyn. And we would talk and talk and talk. And no matter what they put on the table, I just have this like, oh, okay, cool. No judgment, no second guessing, no doubting you, no putting you down for what? We all have different experiences. We're all living our version of life. So there's always been this calm, safe space, like Amira said, energy. And then the Gemini, Mercury is like, oh, we got all these things to say. Let's put it all together. It's all going to make sense. I promise you. So how to magnetize my people? I just show up like that. If you recognize all of my videos, it feels like you're just talking to me, right? We're on YouTube. I'm just talking to you. There could be 10,000 people here and I would still be talking to you. What to post? Whatever comes to your mind, whatever drops into your psyche. If you truly allow yourself to be co-creating with the universe, I want you to take this on a little differently today, because co-creating with the universe isn't you co-creating with this one energy called God. Co-creating with the universe is co-creating with all of the energies that be, because we're all connected. Whenever someone puts on a video and they're like, oh my God, are you in my head? Of course I'm in your head. You sent out a single signal that you need this. And here I am picking up on that signal, and that's my specialty. And so boom, I created it. We are all connected energetically. And so when we say co-creating with the universe, it's not just you and God on this mission. It's you and everybody and everything, because everything is energy and energy is everything. And so every time you get that inclination of, oh, I should post this, and you ignore it, that's you ignoring the energy. And then you're like, oh, but I need a strategy. I need ChatGPT. No, you don't. Human beings created AI. I think this is a very important reminder. Human beings created AI. So who is the superior energy? Can you please write it in the chat? Who is the superior energy? If human beings created AI, who is the superior energy? And why are you letting the created energy think for you? Reclaim her, you got it right. Janae, you got it right. You are the superior being. Can animals have conversations? Are animals building things like way the human builds things? They're living in pretty much we are here to survive mode, and animals are very important. Everybody has a reason for being, right? But when something happens to an animal, they can either die off or some human being probably created, let's save the parrots down in Panama that live in this specific area of the jungle. Who does that? Humans. We have a capacity to feel, an emotive capacity that has us connected to any and every energy. And so when you complicate social media because you are comparing yourself to other people, you are doubting yourself, you're overthinking, you are not tapping into the all connected source that is you. So yeah, the question is, and I haven't even gone, I'm still on how to magnetize my audience. Okay. I haven't even dipped down, right? When it comes to answering that question, get silent. When is the last time that you truly relaxed? Do you know what relaxation really is? Relaxation is silence. It is quiet in the mind. The body is at rest. When you are in the most restful state, and this is why people love, oh, I can't wait to go on vacation, because you're trying to get away from your life. How about you create vacation vibes where you're at? Make your home zen. Make your living area zen. Make the clothes that you wear zen, healthy for your body, simple to choose from. You can be on vacation wherever you are if you create that experience. And what that truly means is time to rest, time to relax. That's what meditation is. That's what journaling is. That's what going for a walk is. It's all relaxation. And you can only be your biggest and best self if you are relaxed. What time to post? Whenever the fuck you feel like it. Whose page is it? Whose platform is it? Whose newsletter is it? Whose Substack is it? Whose Twitter is it? Is it mine or is it yours? Post whenever you feel like it. The internet don't sleep. AKA people don't sleep. You know what's one of the coolest things I love on the iPhone? The clock. Okay? The clock. One reason is because my sister lives in fucking Australia right now. Oh shit. Is she coming here? Y'all, I knew this was gonna happen. Hold on. I gotta go talk to the mail lady real quick because my box is so full of shit. I can't even get in my mailbox. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Oh my God. Yo, I just want to say, you're real as fuck for waiting on me, okay? You're real as fuck for that. Do you see? First of all, by the time I got downstairs, she was down the street. And I had to walk all the way down the street barefoot. Thank God I'm Caribbean and that's not a thing for me. To get my shit. By the way, do you see all of this? This was all in my tiny ass mailbox, which is why we couldn't open it. And the guy, the regular guy who delivers stuff, just kept stuffing more and more stuff in there. There's more. And I thought these were a bunch of samples from TikTok. You know, a whole bunch of this shit is my Taurus man. Anywho's. Oh my God. By the way, this is an example of how you create your own reality, because I went and I wrote a note on the mailbox earlier and I was like, can you please, because the key wouldn't turn all the way. So I'm like, there's probably too much mail in there. So I put a note and I said, can you push back the packages? And I was like, I have a feeling I'm going to be on live and the mail person's going to come. And that's exactly what happened, because I created that. Anyways, where were we? Let me take a breather. Where were we? The power of being yourself. That's where we were. And the fact that I just met Carla and now I know who my mail lady is. And Steve. I think the guy's name is Steve. Anyways, so back to what we were talking about, which is, I think I was talking about this. Being your most powerful self, right? And being connected. That's what I was talking about. Being connected. And talking to the mail lady with my energy this morning. So the fact that it's a lady and not a man that comes today, and now me and Carla know each other, and Carla knows that I'm on TikTok Shop, and now she's going to keep an eye out for my packages and make sure she puts them at the door instead of in the mail. I always say I don't know what the fuck is going to be said, but I just know that I'm so open and willing to be a vessel, because it's not only for me to come say it to you, it is for me to embody it and to experience it for myself, because this is how I live life. And I've never actually had to like verbalize it and show all these aspects until I decided to step all the way into my purpose, to the point where I just ran outside for I don't know how long I was gone and you were still here. Because we need these examples of what it looks like to just be connected. Take a moment to relax so that you can be connected. And remember, you don't got to do all of this shit that they want you to do. You simply being you is enough. You simply being you is enough. You ever had that experience where somebody is like, I was just thinking about you, and then you call them or they call you? Or maybe you posted something online and someone's like, oh my God, I needed to hear this today. I want you to truly, truly, truly get for yourself how amazing it is to turn off the noise. Because we have been marketed to like God is outside of us and that we need God's permission. God already gave you permission. You are connected at all times. This is why we beg for things and we bend over backwards and we do too much and we apply for jobs we hate and we stay longer than we should, because you think you need to prove something, and there's nothing to prove. Who you be is enough. If my ass was, oh, I can't go outside barefoot, I got to go back in the house and get some slippers, yo, she would have been down the block already. But my Caribbean ass who be in the fucking bush, no shoes on, I was like, I'm about to walk all the way down there. I don't care. I'm getting my packages today. That mailbox is being opened today. That's the authenticity of who I be. versus a girl who's like, no, I need to go back in the house and get my shoes. That's who she be. And maybe everything works out for her somehow, some way still. Because who you be is perfection. It is the most magnetic, the most powerful magnet. The most powerful magnet is you. And you tuned in, and you well rested, and you patient, and you knowing that it's already worked out. Okay. 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 I think I hope I answered some of these questions. The first question was how to magnetize my audience. Reclaim her, let me know if question was answered. Okay. Janae said, what to say? What to say? I think I answered this, but I want to get so present to there is nothing perfect to say. There will never be a perfect post. You won't always get a million views on a video every day. Okay, a million is probably a number that you are nowhere near, so I'm not going to use that. Let's say 1,000. You may not get 1,000 views every second, every time you post, every time you put something up. But you have to be so, so, so grateful that who you are being in that moment is enough. And the people who that message or that photo or that video or that opportunity is meant to land with, it will. There are over 2,400 people on my newsletter. Literally in May, there were 81. There are 2,400 people on my newsletter. Some days 50% open, some days 20% open, some days 35% of them open, some days one person clicks, some days nobody clicks. But I know that who is meant to read it on that specific day, they will read it. Because we are all connected and we are not all on the same place on our journey. And this is why showing up consistently, frequently is so important. Because you don't know where your people are. All you need to know is that your people need you. And the beautiful thing is you need something from them too. And I'm not talking about money. There is a freedom, there is a validation, there is this inner peace when you show up and you release what was on your mind. There's that release for you and that freedom and that affirmation for you and that confirmation for you. And then the person who needed to hear it, that exists for them as well. This is why I'm constantly saying it has to be dual. You have to first recognize that you are serving yourself by showing up and allow that you're serving yourself to be enough to make a difference for everybody who's supposed to, for it to make a difference for. This is why you will never hear me say you got to pour into other people. You know, when you're pouring, you got to tip your cup. When you're pouring, you have to tip your cup. When you are pouring, you have to tip your cup. So that means that you are taking something out of you to give to someone else. And that's a fuck no in my world. Because the moment you tip your cup, you are giving up your peace. You're giving up your success, your satisfaction, the surprises that are for you. So you are meant to continue to fill your cup until it overflows and let everybody else come with their own cup to get some. Let them sign up for your newsletter. Let them follow you on YouTube. Let them follow you on TikTok and Instagram and Twitter, wherever you feel like showing up. Let them get what they want from your overflow. And if they want more, then they will do whatever is required to have that more. Don't you ever tip your cup over. Because the moment that you do that, it becomes a fucking habit. You got to be present to the habits that you are creating for yourself. We may call it boundaries, but that is exactly what I'm talking about. What are the habits that you have created for yourself? Before anybody else, there is you. I was sharing with the girls this morning. I was like, all of you that are on here talking about you're a stay-at-home mom and that's the content you create. I was like, bitch, you better stop that. Stop that. Because before you were a mother, you were you. You were a bad bitch. So please don't make that your life and get lost in that. Am I a mother? Absolutely. Is all that I am is a mother? Hell nah. And so when we're talking about what to post, what to say, what comes to your mind? What is rumbling in your gut to be said? What are you experiencing in your life that you want to share? My only tip is to ensure that wherever you are sharing it is in a safe space that is ready to receive it. I'm not about to become a beauty content creator on my page on TikTok right now that's all about getting paid to exist. I'll create a whole nother page for that if that's what I want to do. And that's what I recognize in terms of like TikTok shop. I'm realizing that I'm not, maybe it's my personality, but what works is keeping the thing flowing, not making an ad, not becoming a beauty content creator. I love showing up and looking beautiful with y'all. So this is a part of the process now. You probably can't see it, but there's this lip stain that I'm using, right? I'm not going to make an ad. I'm not going to have you feel confused. So now you come to my page, I'm doing a beauty video. Nah, I'm going to still talk my shit. And I might just invite you into my experience of me getting ready to talk my shit. So not only am I talking my shit, but I'm also getting ready. And now you're getting fed in so many different ways. But I will not get up there, be putting on my makeup, and then be talking about makeup. This is not a beauty page. And I need you to understand that you are literally meant to be a multifaceted human being. But there are people that are going to like you for certain aspects of you. Instead of confusing them and deterring them, create a safe space for that conversation. This is what multiple TikToks and YouTubes and Twitters is all about. You can have as many as you want. But understand that people are going to want you for an aspect of you. And maybe over time, they start to love other aspects of you. It's the same thing with a relationship. And this is why relationships are hard. If we're being honest, we meet each other on a certain vibe. This is what I'm looking for, and this is what I'm looking for. And usually we don't talk about it on the same on the first date. But over time, it starts to unfold, and then you got to determine, are you really fucking with them or not? So don't overwhelm your fucking audience and you're talking about everything on one page. I'm just gonna be out. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know even to know if I like you that much. And you got me all up in your bit. I'm good. And this is the difference between long form and short form content. Short form, keep it to the topic. And then when we have long form and I watch, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. She into that. All right. It's like the young lady, again, the comment that I started with on this video. She's literally day trading, making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. I think she paid over 140 something thousand dollars in taxes alone. So this young lady is making bread. And I'm watching that video today and my mouth is on the jaw. How have you only ever had 3 fruits? And she literally said, I'm a picky eater. And I'm like, and immediately I could have went into judgment. I felt like that was where I wanted to go. My body was like, nah, she just hasn't lived that life and that's okay. But because I am so invested in learning day trading from her, taking on this little thing is like, okay. But if she did that up front and I saw a day trading video, then I saw that she's ever only eaten 3 fruits in her life, and then I would have been like, I'm good. Because I'm a very don't mind the sizing. I am a very health conscious, focused person. So I love a lot of fruits and vegetables and water and all that stuff. So again, I'm saying all this because I want you to understand the psychology of posting and taking up your space, right? And then also your audience's experience. And again, it comes down to your authenticity. Whose pages do you love? When you're on TikTok or on Twitter, or on whatever platform you like, there are certain pages, certain content styles that you gravitate to. So why would you go make something that don't look nothing like that? Because there's a pull, like attracts like. I'm not going to be on TikTok dancing. So I don't even see dancing content, really. Probably never, unless somebody sends it to me. Because like attracts like. So instead of looking at the feed as look at them, imagine yourself in your feed. Because you're watching what you're watching because you want to contribute to that type of content. Bars. I'm going to pause. I need to pause. Let me just pause. Okay? Let me know if this is resonating with you because I just went on a whole. Put a 1 in the chat if this is resonating with you. Put a 1 in the chat if this is what you needed to hear today. Put a 1 in the chat if this is feeding your soul. Okay? All right. Let's see. What do I post about, and when should I post, and how do I post? Boom. Okay, so we answered the first two. Let's get to this last one. How do I post? Editing issues. I'm going to keep it real simple for you. Okay? What type of content do you like to create? Okay? I am a talking head. No matter what platform I'm on, I have another page where I'm like showcasing my natural hair, and it looks just like my other content. Why? I'm gonna let y'all know something. I'm a human design projector. I'm all about efficiency. I'm not about to be filming one set of content for this page and one set for that page. You're not gonna stress me out. Me not have the energy for that. Okay? I don't got it. I don't got it. So when I am here recording my talking head videos, dropping that game for Sarah Billions, I will make 1 or 2 videos, same area, probably no mic. Maybe I'll record some videos around hair and my thought process in that same time frame. And then I allow the hook and the actual message to appeal to whichever page I'm posting on. And sometimes the audience overlaps, sometimes it doesn't. I've had one person say, wait, do you have another page? Because I feel like I saw a similar post and I was like, yeah, I have a different page. So I promise you, maybe those young ladies on that page that's all about hair will come over here, but maybe not. The point of the matter is you can literally simplify it. What do you like to take photos of? What do you like to take videos of? Like, keep it very natural to you. The people that are creating motherfucking films for TikTok, that may not be you. And if it's not you, that's okay. Trust me, you might get a little 1-2 from me where I'm like, oh, let me cut this 30-second video into a 7-second video. But I'm not about to be going into a whole nother app and choosing some sexy ass font. And I don't got time for all of that. By the time I get into all of that, I'm fuck this. Close the app, not posting shit. So you gotta honor you. Okay? If you are the person to film the content and transfer it to your laptop and sit in front of your laptop and edit it and cut it around and add in the music and all of that, we love to watch your shit. Okay? We love to watch it. It's amazing. It's like a little mini movie about your regular life, and that's fucking fantastic. Am I going to do that? No. So what to post? You have to determine authentically with you. What do I like to do? What is effortless to me? Because the moment that you start to dabble in something that's going to take too much time, too much time is relative, right? To you, whatever that feels like to you. The moment you get over there, you now create a whole nother opportunity for you to overthink. You create a whole nother opportunity to say, I'm not ready. I'm not good enough. This is imperfect. We don't want to do that to ourselves. This is why you have a capsule wardrobe. I love wearing green. I got so many motherfucking shades of green. Okay? You could call me the green genie. Greenie the genie. Why? I look good in green. I look good in green, and green looks good on me. Okay? Me and green, we like this. Call me Big Greenie. Okay? So why am I going to now add in a motherfucking pink and a red? And I don't even know what those look like for real. You want to keep things simple, so you take less time to judge yourself, less time to doubt yourself, less time to overthink. The less time you spend in that muddy ass pool, the more time you are in alignment. Am I breaking this down as if you are in school right now, but like kindergarten, like real easy, the same way I talk to my daughter? Like, is this simple enough for you when it comes to how do I post? You a girly ass girly, but you over there trying to be in the mud, trying to get the muddy kids to like you? Let the muddy kids like each other and let the girly girls kiki together. We don't gotta cross pollinate. Okay? And if you do not make it your everyday, because now you gotta get out of yourself to be okay with getting dirty every day. I'm good. I like what I like, and I am not upset about it. And the people who like what I like or like something similar to what I like, we gonna hang out together. You using too much of your energy to think about what people who don't fuck with what you got going on, what is gonna convince them to like what you got going on. It's never gonna happen. Like attracts like. There are people I used to hang out with that are still clubbing every other day, happy hour every other day. There's a reason why God was like, girl, we're going to energies. We're going to have to get her up out of New York. Okay? We don't got time for this. It's going to stunt our baby girl's growth. And up and out we were. Kicked out of my apartment, car repossessed. Get out. Bye. Because if you stay here, sis, nah, the life that you know is the dream life of yours is not going to happen. Not in New York. And I say that to say sometimes you got to surrender, man. Give it up. If it feels too hard, give it up. If it feels like you're efforting too much, give it up. Give it up. Why are you fighting and who are you proving it to? Because there is no reward at the end of your human life that says, thank you for sacrificing. Thank you for doing nothing fun. Thank you for just being here and working a job. And that was the extent of your life. Kudos, you win. That does not happen. Make things simple. Allow things to be simple so you can show up for yourself every single day. That is what manifestation is, okay? All of this extra shit that you're being told or sold, it's not it. A beautiful life includes many beautiful days. And so if you're skipping making the days beautiful, you're not going to end up with a beautiful life. This is one of the first things I ever had to do. Sit down and literally be with, what does a beautiful day look like for me? What does my ideal day look like? Because I recognized when I was thinking too far, and it was just too much unknown. And I can't control the unknown. And if I'm focused on the unknown, I'm wasting my energy. So what I can control is what kind of day I want. And when I got clear on what kind of day I want, a lot of things started to fall away. Like men who didn't have time to see me every day. Goodbye, gotta go. You know what else left? People that didn't want to actually engage. They were just looking at the content, looking at my life. Oh, gotta go. I had a Facebook page with over 7,000 people on it. It literally got hacked. Who the fuck hacked it? Who's hacking my page? I don't know. It doesn't exist anymore. And so I was forced to rebuild. This literally just happened last year. Was forced to rebuild my social media presence. The first person I thought I was actually going to have a baby with, like I had feelings of baby when I was dating him. He didn't have time to see me every day. We talked every day. We didn't see each other. And because that's not what my dream life looked like, he was removed. Allow what is not for you to be removed because you are so clear about what you desire, and then only do that. I know that may sound scary as fuck, but the beautiful thing about it is the more you are doing what you actually want to do, the more you live the life that you actually want to live, and then everything else shows up. Shows up. I don't want to pay rent. I want somebody to pay my rent, my mortgage for me. You know what happened? Left the Virgin Islands. Invited to New York. Invited to live with my friend in Baltimore. Meet my man. I don't even think of bills. All I do is think about spending money. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I don't think about bills. I'm like, okay, when I want something, I'm going to get it. And I just move on and I get it. I don't have to think about bills, of the cost of living. I let my man do that. I don't got time for that. The cost of living, life is to be lived. I don't care what it costs. And God gonna send me a nice little a nice little Taurus that just And my daughter's a Virgo, so he got to make double the money. Come on, daddy. Big daddy. Is this resonating? I need to know that this is resonating with you. Because we could talk about the surface level social media, but it is so much deeper than that. The freedom of you to be you is what creates this presence over there on the internet with other people. But you got to be free here. You got to give yourself that permission here to have the life that you want now. What does my dream life look like? What time am I getting up in the morning? Am I having breakfast or am I going for a walk? Am I journaling? Am I be so detailed about it. Do I live with someone or do I don't? Do I live alone? Where do I live? Not even where do I live? What does it feel like? Wherever I live permanently, what does it feel like? What are the things I get to experience? What kind of foods do I get to eat? Who am I talking to on a regular? What am I creating? Get detailed, but not about the actual thing, about the feeling. Every single space that I have, whether it's on YouTube, on TikTok, in my private community, Confident and Paid, this is the vibes. Because this is what I enjoy. And so I'm not going to create a life, create a course, create a social media presence. I'm not going to align with anything that doesn't allow me to feel this. There is a feeling that you just absolutely love to experience. It is your responsibility to create that feeling everywhere in your life. What you do for work, who you date, what you eat, where you travel to, the kind of work you do, the posts that you create, everything gets to feel like a deep, beautiful, body flowing breath. So if you're not showing up, I'm clear that you're not breathing. You're not breathing to your fullest extent. You're not deep breathing to your fullest extent. Because that is the simplest indication of a regulated nervous system. Because there's no human being in this stratosphere that is doing something that they could have done without breathing. And when you begin to breathe and allow yourself to breathe, allow yourself to feel, the way that you show up in every area of your life is magnanimous, because you cannot do one thing and not impact everything else. The way you do one thing is the way you do everything. Who I be here with you is who I am with my daughter. It's who I am with my man. It's who I am with my friends. This is me. There's two videos on my page from a couple days ago, and my energy around it is just so loud. And I'm like, who is this? That's not me. But it was like a nice little reminder of what it looks like when I'm out of alignment. And so all of this, I hope, is landing exactly where you needed it to land today. I hope. Okay? Because it's not only about me showing up, it's about you being open, right? For exactly what is being said. This is why I love relationships. Everything is a two-way street. Energy is energy, okay? We can all feel it. That's why when I went to Kava yesterday and had the young lady that was cashing me out, she was asking about Aaliyah, and she's was like, oh, okay, cool. What else is she like? And I'm like, all right. And we had a whole conversation about spirituality and religion and human design, because energy is energy. And you're either open and ready and surrendering, or you're not. And so I know that you're getting what you're getting and you're getting what you needed because you're still here. All right, let's keep going. We got about half an hour left, okay? Let's see. I've been recording myself. I mean, more so within letting myself just flow when talking. I now understand a bit more on how to just release and not feel like I'm performing. Amazing. I would like to recommend Janae to post those videos. Even if you're just allowing yourself to flow, post those videos anyways. Post those videos anyways. You have no idea what comes through you because it's not about you. You are co-creating. You are a vessel. When you don't show up, you are blocking the vessel. You have turned off the faucet. If the intention is to post, then post. Allow yourself to evolve. Allow yourself to feel the feels. Allow yourself to have the thoughts about what it sounds like and how much better it could have been. Allow that to happen on a big stage, especially as a human design projector. I am not going to listen to you if I don't have proof of where you've been. And as a human design projector, I need the proof of where you've been. And so when you do not post and you do not share that aspect of yourself and you are the guide, I can't trust you. The person that wants you to guide them can't trust you because we all need to know, like, and trust a person. This is why I love when the girls come through and they're like, yo, I've been watching you grow. It's so inspirational. And I'm like, I love it too. Because me showing up and sharing these areas and then showing you, look at where we're at, you've seen, ain't nothing that I shared that I wasn't implementing. And look at the results. I don't have to have any proving energy anywhere in my vicinity because I have put it out there for you. And the only time a projector is not going to feel successful is if you haven't put it out there. So post for you, specifically a projector. This can apply to anybody. Specifically a projector. You are meant to guide. The only reason you would ever think that you are not fit to guide is if you yourself haven't allowed your evidence to be out there. When it's only with you and you're gonna second guess it, question it, doubt it, it's not good enough. You're gonna be in the mud. We talked about the mud earlier. You want to stay in what feels good. When you play in the mud, you can literally, that's quicksand. That's quicksand. Magenta said, how can my content start a conversation and get aligned people to engage? Magenta. Manny Jen. I don't know if you saw this post, but use Stitch. If you're on YouTube, if you're on TikTok, sorry. And I recommend TikTok for everybody, at least as a starting platform, okay? Because TikTok wants the raw and the real. TikTok is pushing your stuff out. It's not more, when people are using other platforms as search engines, how do I do to know? People are on TikTok on the For You page. So TikTok is supporting you in your growth because every video that you post is going to push it out to 300 people, every video. This is some of the back end stuff as to why people are posting on TikTok, and how they're growing, why people are saying to post so often, because TikTok is pushing your stuff out there. It's not, oh, you came on and you were looking for me necessarily. It's pushing it out there to 300 people. Let's see how many of these 300 people bite. And if a good amount bite, we'll push it out to 300 more. Okay? And so when it comes to starting a conversation and getting aligned people to engage, especially as a generator or Manny Gen, you want to either stitch a video, duet a video. You want to use an already existing video and add your 2 cents, add your twist. Because when you are using a video or selecting a video, more than likely, because this is your strategy, your gut gave off some type of fuck yeah or fuck no. And so that response, the fuck yeah or the fuck no, comes with your thoughts, comes with your idea, whatever it is that you want to put on there. So as soon as you allow that to flow, you will start a conversation. Let me know if that supports, Magenta. And again, I want you all to hear too, like when I talk about tapping into your human design, tapping into your astrology, when I say that it is necessary for you to learn you, this is what I mean. Because you asking that general question, how can my content start a conversation and get aligned people to engage? Someone is going to tell you what they did. Someone is going to tell you what worked for them. But because I already asked you at least what is your human design type and your profile number, now I can give you direct support advice to you. Okay, to you. So you starting with responding to other people's video will then teach you what do people like to talk about, what do people like to hear from you, and then you can get more comfortable with creating content, and then you grow and grow and grow and grow. Change the channel. Hello, love. Janae says, I've always known the topics of what to say, but when it comes to talking about it out loud, I found myself mute. But lately, I've been reading my journal and old tweets, and it's helped me get back to my authenticity. Amazing. Amazing, amazing. This is exactly why I recommended what I did. You see, the thing about creating content, we put it in this bucket, we put this title on it, creating the content, but it's really just being self-expressed. That's all it is. It's really you being self-expressed. And if you're self-expressed in the privacy of your journal, but you can't talk about that same topic out loud, you're not self-expressed. There's a you that you be with your journal, and this is for everyone, not just for Janae. There's a you that you be with your journal, but then when you're out in public, you cookie cutter it, you cut it down, you make it something different. Not gonna work. Not gonna work. This is why I do not believe when people say they're introverts. I don't believe it. Sorry. There was a word that justified you not speaking out loud, and you hopped on that train. I don't subscribe to extrovert either. There are times you want to be out, sometimes you want to be in. But when you put, oh, this is what I am, there's times where I'll be like, I don't want to talk to you. My man comes home, he could feel the energy, he will get our daughter and he will go up like, I need some time. And I don't even have to verbalize it because we are humans. We have extroverted moments, we have introverted moments. We have shy moments, we have bold moments. But the moment that you said, I am this, that was when your life ended. That was when your life ended because you decided you were only one thing. In this life, you get to be everything. You are no thing and you are everything. Allow yourself to be everything, which means once you decide, I go viral all the time, you allow yourself to become I go viral every time, all the time. Allow yourself to become anything. That's how you change your life. This is why I can tell if you are not posting, Ari, you have not decided. You have not freed yourself up. You have not surrendered yet. And there's areas of my life where I have not surrendered yet either. So I'm not just you. I can also admit that there's areas of my life where I have not surrendered yet. Completely, really. We're still talking about money. My money story is still there. So I can talk to you about social media fully surrendered, right? But there's where my little chatter comes up is around money. And so when we're like, I can do this, but I can't do that, we got to open up. We got to breathe. We got to allow ourselves to become anything because we are no thing. No thing means no one thing. I'm not self-expressed, or I'm not brave, or I'm not beautiful. You got to be so present. Maybe today you're not feeling your highest, your best. It's okay. Maybe in this moment, and this is something that I learned too, you got to we go from I am, and then we go to, oh, today I'm not. And then you go into, I don't want to talk to you in this moment. Give me a sec. When you minimize the time it takes to overcome something, to read something, to learn something, you got to understand that you determine how much time it takes by the words you use. Oh, I'm a slow reader. So get fucking Audible. there's literally nothing that you have to be. At any time, you can change who you are being, because the vibration that what you want is on is different than the one that you're being. Okay. Drop a star in the chat if you got that. Drop a star in the chat if you got that. Whew, okay. Drop a star in the chat if you just got what I just dropped on you. Yeah. That shit right there was deep. That shit right there was deep. Heard it before, applied it before, but just now, that shit hit a little different. I cannot even front. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. I see the stars, but I'm scrolling back up. Okay. When I write it down, it makes it clear. Why didn't I think of this sooner? Duh, me. So, Amira, I love that, right? She says, so true. I think I was talking about journaling this time. When I write it down, it makes it clear. Why didn't I think of this sooner? This is why you need a coach. And these sessions could be coaching for you. It could be being confident and paid. It could be it could be all of the things. It could be hiring somebody else. I don't care what it is. Get a coach. Get a coach. I have worked with a lot of coaches. I'm probably about to hire another one. Get a coach. Your coach is going to see things that are in your blind spot that you can't even see. They're going to bring things up that were in their blind spot and share it with you. And now you have a oh shit moment. Get a coach. Okay? Get a coach. And if this is your free coaching, I love you. Okay? Get a coach. You deserve to have somebody that fucks with you, and not like family who feels obligated to you. Someone that is literally there for that specific purpose in your life. I don't go to my man for coaching. When there's things according to our home, yeah, we talk about things, but that's not my life coach. That's my man. We be having some fun together. I can't have you. I will hire a coach that knows exactly where I want to go, has been exactly where I want to go, and they are focusing on that one specific thing with me. You deserve that in your life. You deserve that in your life. So, Amira, thank you for adding that into the conversation. Trust me, I have those moments all the time where it's like, damn, why didn't oh, thank you, coach. Thank you thank you, person that sees me as my biggest self and is also seeing where I'm getting in my way and letting me know about it, bringing me present to it longer than it would take me if I was just out here willy-nilly on my own. What happens if someone doesn't know their exact birth time? I love the concept of using human design and birth chart, but for those who don't have all the info, what would be your suggestion to them? Janae, thank you so much. My 5-line beauty. I would download the Neutrino Design app and put in any time. There's a sliding scale that goes through the day that will show the possibilities of what you are. Boom. By the way, if you're a 5-line, you are a solution queen. Okay, so I had to shout out my girl Janae, one of my confident and paid girlies. 5-1, she gonna come with the solution. Thank you, Janae. I really appreciate that. Okay, reclaim her. Says me. I don't know. She said me too. Magenta says, create the content, even if it's just for that one person who needs to hear your message, because people need to hear what we have to say. You need to hear what you have to say. Fuck that. Look at content creation as pouring into your own cup. Okay? So tapping into what I shared earlier about the point that you don't want to be bending over, you don't want to be tipping your cup. Look at content creation as you pouring into your own cup. Because I'd be watching my own shit over and over, and I'd be like, girl, we needed to hear that today. Watching my own content. And I did a video on this earlier this week where I was like, yo, we got to take back that whole I'm creating content for other people, because that comes with pressure. That comes with unnecessary, that's back in the mud. Because now, is it good enough? Did I explain it clearly? Did I record it? No, we don't need to be in the mud. We're not focusing on other people. Focus on being for you. for you. For you, create the content for you. This is why some people will say, oh, my page is my diary. Yes. Yes. And don't take diary as, oh, I'm going to put my messy shit out there. Why make it messy? Or how about you make it, leave it, let it be messy, but then show what you learn from it. That's how you make it valuable, not only to you, because it shows that you are a self-reflecting human being. So now you're overcoming, and then people are learning from your overcoming. Like, everything is perspective. Everything is perspective, okay? But you cannot put somebody else first, because eventually you're going to resonate while you're doing the thing. You're going to feel, oh, I don't feel like it today. But when it's for you, and you accept that every day of your life, every moment of your life is what adds up to a beautiful life. Have we heard about compound interest? Compounding effect? The more good days you live, the better life you live. So do it for you. Do it for you. Andy said, I love this so much. Dropping gems, then reality happens. Gotta get the mail. Yes. And y'all, you hear. You hear. Like, this is, it's so funny. It's so funny sometimes when I'm like, I tap into what it is that I talk about, and then I'll be like, yo, I literally be living, like, everything I talk about, I be living. I be living it. That's what makes it so easy to talk about, right? Like, I be living it. Hold on, gotta get the mail. Because life be lifing. Life don't stop because I'm on social media. Social media is life. It's just an opportunity to share your life with more people. Oh my gosh. Okay, scrolling down. Janae says, I think it's me going through my 5-house Saturn return. Blocks within self-expression are starting to lift slowly but surely. It's like I get shy like I was when I was a kid. There has to be a question, a trigger that's gonna snap you out of that. So the way that that's coming up for me is when my daughter goes into her crying fit. If I didn't give her something that she wants, she'll start to cry, and then I'll be like, "Are you okay?" And she's a Manny Jen, so I'm speaking to her sacral. Are you okay? And she goes, I'm like, you're okay. And then she's over it because she was never on anything anyways. Oh, and she's emotional too. She's an emotional manifesting generator. So she cries, and then I ask her if she's okay. Now her sacral is like, we're good. And then we move on. So, Janae, my emotional projector, you need to ask yourself a question. You need to create some type of trigger. Because if you are not showing up the way that you see yourself showing up, you're still being stopped because you haven't given your emotions an opportunity to say, yay, no. You have to literally, this is where knowing your body comes in. This is where knowing your human design comes in, because your triggers are going to look differently. What you need to move past things has to look differently. And so when you're stepping over it because you are committed to that feeling, you don't ever move past it. Ask yourself better questions, you'll get better answers, and you'll move past things quicker. So just with my daughter, are you okay? She can feel physically that she's okay. Whatever fear that she created in her mind, because we are meaning-making machines, she probably made, oh, I can't get what I want. Or mommy does, well, I don't think, do you think she would be thinking mommy doesn't love me? I don't know. I don't know what she's thinking, but I know that she cries. She's crying because there's some emotion there that isn't a happy emotion. So my supporting her, and she's going to be able to use this for herself as she gets older, is like, am I okay? Because that response is coming from fear. But when you drop into your body and realize nothing bit me, nothing fell on my toe, I'm not starving, I'm not out in the hot sun by myself, like mommy's here, I'm in the house, am I okay? I'm okay. We still need that as adults. Whoever the fuck said, oh, you grew up and now you don't need that soothing, shoot them in the face, cut their balls off, hang them upside down. I probably shouldn't have insinuated that it was a man, but. So. Did that resonate? Because we got a few emotional authorities up in here. And you be on the low end of that emotion for too long. Too long. Too long. You keep thinking, oh, I got more time. Time is relative. Expand your time. Do things in less time so you have more time to just breathe. Okay. 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 Magenta, I started practicing initially by posting to my close friends on Insta. Now I post publicly, even though it's still scary. What is your authority? Because fear is created. Any fear that you are experiencing, you created in your mind. The only fear that we have is the fear of falling as human beings. So if content creation seems scary to you, you created a fear around it. Let's remove that. Because if you are still saying it's scary, that is stopping your future action of posting the content. We got to deal with that. We got to deal with that. All human beings, the body, in a sense, they're all the same in terms of what it's here to do. It's here to protect the soul. Because if the human body is damaged, well, then the person dies. That the person doesn't actually die. My opinion. The human body may die, but the soul moves on to another vessel. So the only purpose of the physical body is to keep you safe. This is what you live in, but you tell it what to do. And so if your body is thinking, if your nervous system is set to posting the content is scary, your body's going to be like, nope, we're not doing it. Not doing it. Not happening. Mind you, you in your house sitting on the couch. Ain't nothing scary going on. You got your favorite show on, just had a bomb ass dinner. Your man is rubbing your feet. But in your head, you done said it's scary. Is something happening that we can't see? So you have to soothe yourself. It is mandatory. You got to override it. Because if you don't override it, you will be on the same loop. I can't post. If I post, something bad's going to happen. It's not going to be perfect enough. You just be there forever. Forever. Amira says, I love the confirmation that as a projector, I can just press record. Yes, share and post, because I've been so drained trying to do it like everyone else. And that ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't it. Janae said, the thing is, I'm not always talking, or when I do talk, it's a sentence that doesn't really get completed. It's also about learning how to release pressure. I think we just covered that. We just covered that. Magenta, I will keep that in mind. I haven't experimented with the stitch feature. Thank you. You're welcome. You're so welcome. Does guiding mean managing? Can projectors be managers? Yes, Millie. Yes. So guiding does equate to managing, but I'm going to simplify it for you. Projectors are here to manage energy. Okay. And I want to like really harp on that, because managing energy can be you being an example of how to use said energy. Managing energy can look like, this is what I do in crypto to mitigate my losses and increase my gains. If that's what you do in crypto, I don't even know. I just came up with that. I do have a business degree, so my language, we there. We got the financial vernacular down, right? Because money is an energy. So yes, projectors manage energy. These plants are energy. Do you see them thriving? Do you see my girls thriving? We manage energy. So yes, projectors are managers, not can be. Projectors are managers. Okay. This is why you will receive those invitations from the generators and manifesting generators, because they're out there using their energy and they know they're not using their energy correctly. So they want you to show them, how do I have fun? And the way that we show is by correctly align. I'm not going to say correctly, because correctly looks different to everybody. It looks like you showing how you live your beautiful life, receipts, and those generator types looking like, oh, wow, how is she doing all of that with 1 hour a day? That lives as efficient energy management. I need to tap in. How is she growing from 1,100 followers to over 18,000 in 2 months? That looks like efficient energy management. Let me go learn from her. Toot toot my own horn. So a projector's job is to well manage your own energy and show the receipts. What life are you living as a result? Okay. Andy says, I tell folks I'm an introvert as a polite way to say I don't like them. Yo, and Andy, I want you to know, and every time I'm with you, I'm just like, I love you down. I love you down. I love you down. I love you down. Okay. Let's see. Janae says, my social media is my journal and I physically write in my diary. That's how I look at it. Amira says, yes, let it be messy and show the lessons too. Absolutely. You see, the showing the lessons too, and this is where we're going to wrap up. Showing the lessons too says I'm human. And in a world where we got enough bots, you showing that you're human will build connections so freaking fast, aka grow your account, aka grow your dollars, aka grow whatever it is that you're focused on. Your humanity will grow all of that overnight because, oh, you're not a bot, you're a real person living real life, sharing how you live your real life, and you're living a beautiful. I'm following you, I'm engaging, I'm sharing, I'm buying, I'm all the things. So being you, tying this whole conversation together is the most magnetic thing that you can do. And on that note, can I get an ice cream cone in the chat if you got what you needed today? Drop an ice cream cone in the chat if you got what you needed today. Mm. All right, let's do a little breathing exercise before we wrap up because this was a lot. Okay? So I'm going to invite you to close your eyes if you can. Of course, if you cannot, do not. And we're going to do 3 deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Deep breath in. Drop your shoulders. Unclench your jaw. And out. Another deep breath in. And out. One last deep breath in. And out. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here, sharing energy with us today. Luckily, because the universe loves you so much, you got everything you needed. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. It was a blast being here with you today. I'm so happy that you got to see me and all my shenanigans. Hopefully there's some good stuff in these packages. And I will see you in 2 weeks, okay? Go play with this, have fun, post the motherfucking content, and enjoy the rest of your day. Mwah.